Hey guys, what's up? So it's been quite a while since I put on the wheels. Obviously it's not like exactly a surprise or anything. Here are the wheels on the S2000, and the skirts are on as well, but I'll talk about that later. Those are Ray's 57DR gram lights, 9.5, 10.5, 18 by 9.5 plus 12, 18 by 10.5 plus 12. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but anyways, it's been like a week and a half since I put them on. I think more actually. It's been like, no, it's been 2 weeks, I think. Just been exhausted with work. I thought it would be such a good idea, you know, I only work 4 days a week and then I don't work for 3 days, but those days that I'm off, man, I'm so tired because I work 10-hour shifts. Usually they're a little bit more, and like, I mean, my whole body's sore. Like, I'm really active at work, so like I've lost like, I think 10-15 pounds or something like that already in the 2 weeks I've worked, which is I guess it's good, but yeah, just not used to that level of activity while eating the junk food that I do. But anyways, also this past Saturday, which was my day off, today is Thursday, so it's almost, no, today's Wednesday, Jesus Christ. As you can see the mess in the garage, Rachel's car, which is not here, she's at work, last Wednesday, so literally a week ago, she said her throwout bearings started making noise. I'm just like, okay, you know, noisy throwout bearings, people have lasted months like that. And then like when she was going home from work, she's like, the clutch is all the way on the floor and it won't come back up. Cool. She had to get her car towed. And basically it ended up being that the throwout bearing absolutely disintegrated inside of her trans, and the clutch fork slipped down in there, and her trans was shot anyway. All the synchros were grinding. We had a spare trans. This is actually her old trans. That is the center diff of the the trans that we bought, which is actually makes the car rear wheel drive. So the center diff is basically the transfer case, but in a Subaru it's inside the trans, and that one, if we kept it in, would have made it rear wheel drive. She doesn't need that, you know, blasphemy, rear wheel drive Subaru. But she doesn't need that, it's a stock Subaru. So we spent like 15 hours on my day off last Saturday replacing her trans with the help of my two friends. And we got it, it's all good, brand new clutch, brand new flywheel, brand new throwout bearing. But just wanted to update you guys with what's been going on. Still waiting on a goddamn splitter for this bumper, because as you can see, there's supposed to be a bottom piece in that opening, but yeah, they said that they're being weighted, because I had to make a complaint with the company and stuff, and they're like, okay, we're being, like, because it was a vendor for Amuse, and basically I'm waiting for them to be like, win the status, and then they're going to ship out the splitter, but then also I am going to get another splitter, but blah, 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 blah. Anyways, I'm going to actually just move the car in here, maybe sweep up first, but I'm going to move the car in here because it's hot out there and I don't want to stand out there. So I'll show the car to you guys in a second. So anyways, here's the car. As you guys can see, I put on the side skirts. Here's a little time lapse of me doing that. You can see that I basically cut out that piece that goes on the side that makes the new side skirt, because I realized on this car, the side skirts are actually metal. Like, they don't just come off. So I was like, well, it's kind of pointless to put, you know, fiberglass over metal side skirts, because it just looks like you're replacing them. It's not like you're taking off an old side skirt and putting on a different one. So I decided to cut it and use it more as a board kind of thing. And then from there, the fins were mounted. As you can see, here's a closer look at the fins. In general, the side skirt really completes the look of this car, in my opinion. It makes it look a lot lower, obviously, but it also does extend out like 3 inches, which completes the wide body way more than before. It looked kind of stupid before. but I haven't actually bolted the rear overs down to the side skirt on either of the sides, but they're fine. It's not like they're flopping, but like it's not something I'm doing right now. But there's the fins from the back kind of thing. I most likely will be painting this area black just to kind of hide it more. But coming around the back, still everything is the same. Waiting on my custom plate, by the way. Should be here today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, because Rachel got pulled over my car last night or 2 nights ago because she was driving it, and the rear taillights, the running lights, weren't working. Turns out it was a fuse. It's fine. I replaced it, etc. But they said that the plate isn't in the system anymore, and I explained to him custom plate, blah blah blah. It's in the mail. Point being, but here's a better look at the wheels. As you can see, it does have a good amount of camber. It has like -6 degrees of rear camber on stock arms, which is crazy for stock arms, but I don't really want camber. I just did it to fit the wheel. These tires were actually 275/35s when I got them, and as you can see now, there's 255s. It's a little bit of a stretch. Nothing dangerous or anything, but it is a little bit of a stretch. But my point is, I had to do camber and stretch tires to get these to fit. And when Rachel's in the car and when I have like a full grocery load in the car, this does rub a tiny bit, as you can see by the sidewall. But I didn't record this at all, which just proves to you how much of a non-YouTuber I am, because my first intention isn't just to grab a camera. But when I first put these on, after this video of me putting these wheels on, we actually went to a show and we made it like 10 minutes where this part was literally rubbing so bad. The whole inside of this thing, first of all, had like dried rubber. It still does have a good amount of it there. Here, look. You see all that? You see all that coming out right there? That's still there. It was so bad that I literally put a hole into the sidewall. And it was really like uneventful. It was just insane rubbing, and then it was just flat. And I still drove it for like another mile flat too, and it didn't debeat or anything, thankfully, so it didn't scratch these new, you know, perfect condition wheels with no curb rash or anything. But I did have to do that. I am probably going to be buying little flares like these, which are very thin, which basically I'll be cutting this over and molding on flares onto the over, so I'm wide bodying the wide body. Basically I'm adding about almost an inch just so I can run actual 275s on this, because I don't want stretch tires, and so I can not have camber, so I can have like -2 camber like it's supposed to be, and not -6 or 7, because I really like stands and stuff, but just not for this car. I did not want this for this car at all. Let me show you the side skirts on the other side, which are basically the same thing. Fins, very beautiful. And yeah, that's my situation. But anyways, actually this week when I get my paycheck this Friday, after tomorrow, I'm ordering a Mugen hardtop, which is, it's this, but it goes about to here, so it's way more than the stock hardtop, which goes to here. I'm also selling my soft top assembly and motor and everything for $250, so technically I'm getting the hardtop for less money, but it's not the hardtop that goes all the way to the tail right here, which is the spoon top. After consideration and seeing it in person, it looks really good, but at some angles it looks awkward. At some angles it looks super good. I saw it in person and I half liked it, half didn't like it. And then I also found out that it's a 2-piece hardtop, so that rear tail section, for it to lift where the trunk opens, you have to design a special hinge to also open when the trunk opens. And I daily this thing, and seriously speaking, this car has no room to carry anything. Like, it doesn't have a glove box. It just has this. It has this, and it has this, which this will be deleted when I go to a cage in the rear, a roll bar welded cage, not here, just in the back. So I'm literally just going to have this little cubby for my license, and just having water bottles in the car is already annoying when Rachel's in the car, and the trunk is super, super, super tiny on this car, so I really would like to use the trunk as much as I can, because this is going to be like a functional, you know, street car thing. It's not going pure race car ever. But there's that. So after that, still can't believe it's this low on lowering springs. It does not have coils. It's this low on lowering springs. But I will be going coils. Have no idea what brand. Have no idea what. Anyways, about SEMA. I really would like to go to SEMA with this car. because after going last year, thanks to all of you guys, it was really an amazing experience. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was just really, really fun. Like, it's an addiction. You go one year and you're like, holy crap, I want to go again next year. But although I can, because of Pass My Guy, I can get tickets to go this year, just, go without a car. That's not enough for me. I, have to bring my car because it's weird going places without a car. And I really want to do it this year. And there's a lot more time this year, and I already have the body kit, so it's not like it's going to be like, oh, we're waiting for the body kit. I think it's very well. So here's some renderings. I worked with a guy on Instagram who is actually local in the Phoenix area, using Gran Turismo livery editor, because luckily this car is created because of Gran Turismo, and they have the exact basic Amuse S2000 in the game. The only thing is I wouldn't be doing the exact same wing. I would be doing the Voltex wing, which is more center mounted and way more aggressive. And I would probably have a more aggressive rear diffuser and a more aggressive splitter and canard setup and a different vented hood. But other than that, I'm shooting my shot. I found out the guy that manages the Toyo Tread Pass booth, which is like one of the biggest, most awesome booths at SEMA. Because last year they had so many cars there, and I was just like, wow, this is cool. And they had like an AC air-conditioned tent and stuff outside. But basically, I shot him the renderings, and he's like, this is putting this to the builds to consider, and he's making the final decisions next month. So I really, really hope I can go to SEMA with this car. Either way, that's what I'm building it to, is that render. But I really wanted to design a car that can be unique and stand out, and S2000s are really overdone, so it's kind of hard to stand out in my opinion. But hopefully with the Amuse body and the way that I want everything, it's pretty cool. Power wise, I don't know if I'm going to touch that soon. It already makes 450 wheel horsepower, which is, I've done some highway pulls on this. It's insane in fourth gear and over, because I've never driven a car that literally accelerates that fast over like 100 miles an hour. It's wild. It's kind of sketchy with the camera because the whole rear end is like, ooh. But if I do go to a precision turbo and bigger injectors and do E85, I could actually make like 600 wheel, which would be absolutely like trolling Corvettes and Camaros and Hellcats and Demons. But that's not the goal. The goal isn't to, drag race this. The goal is just a fun, I guess, street car that is track capable, that maybe I'll take to a track day. But anyways, as you guys saw in the livery, it is Gran Turismo on the side. I decided to put that sticker simply because the reason this body kit exists is because of Gran Turismo and Amuse Powerhouse Amuse. So, it's kind of ironic, Need for Speed to Gran Turismo. The livery is not a replica of anything at all. If anything, the half and half Takata Super GT NSX livery, where it was the green up top and the white on the bottom, that's what I decided to follow with the body line where it splits, because the front bumper isn't on, but you'll see in the rendering where the bumper, this line right here would be kind of like a separation point, this body line right here. So everything down would be black. This top half, including the full hard top, would be midnight purple, because I really, really want to do midnight purple. It's a really cool deep color, but I also do want to do a livery type thing, so it'd be cool to split black and midnight purple and have the Gran Turismo logo on the side and have Honda, Toyo tires. The rendering is done with Toyo tires for SEMA, so it would just be really cool. But anyways, hope you're excited. I'll be posting more as I go along with this car. All I've really done thus far is wheels and have trouble with the rear tires. I ordered the dump pipe that is going to come out of the hood. It was like $70. It should be here Friday or Saturday. I don't know if I'll cut a hole into this hood, because I realized I want to buy an aftermarket hood that has a vent right here, like a what is it called, a waterfall vent. And then I was going to add vents here, and then I was going to do vents on the top of the fenders too, for like pure aggression. That's why I need a livery for this car, because all the vents and all the aggressive aero I want to do requires vents to go with the aggressive look, so it's kind of like a styling thing. But anyways, hope you guys are excited and such. I don't know really what else to say. Do check the community posts a lot on YouTube, or just follow my Instagram, which is S2KBabe_, because I do post a lot of the stuff there. I don't really consider myself, I guess, a YouTuber because I don't record everything so flawlessly. I just like to capture my build. Building is always first to me, and then recording and documenting it is second, if that makes sense. I know some people are the other way around, where they have people work on their cars for them, and they're really good at like documenting and filming stuff. I'm not good at that, and it's kind of hard. The best thing I could do is set up a camera and time lapse, and that's the best I can do. So, anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next video. Be sure to stay updated with this build. I'll be giving as many updates as I go with it.